Um, okay, so in this stream, I will be reviewing one of the runs I did from a while back, where I did not use Kitasan Black or Super Creek. I don't pull for support cards, so I had to come up with a strategy that had to get me through all careers in a consistent manner. I also avoided checking guides, which meant losing a lot. It's gonna show here, but that is okay because this is a roguelite after all. I have close to 400 hours in this game, and that is just from me playing the career mode and reading through the story mode. These streams are mainly going to be for completing the URA final scenario, but I will be talking about Champions Meeting, just Champion Meeting strategy, if it is relevant enough. And if you ever wanted to go for the character banner, but didn't, because you felt apprehensive about not going for the support banner, this stream might be for you. So yeah, my name is Lociu, and welcome to the stream. Let me just check for OBS settings real quick. Is this okay? Yeah, this is okay. Can probably just chill now. So today I'll be reviewing. You can see here I have a little video that is from the stream that I did a while back, probably a month way back. And today is going to be Haru Urara, a review of the run I did. It was a viewer request, and I'm kind of glad it was requested because we were only doing mediums and longs. And if you have watched the other reviews, they were kind of getting stale. Oh yeah, for Haru Urara, if you're just starting out, she is one of those careers that are pretty easy. They are mostly a kind of a tutorial kind of career. If you I didn't really check any guides, but if you don't either, you're probably going to lose. It is a roguelite after all, and you should be losing a lot, just starting out. And then once you get used to losing, not really used to losing, once you do everyone's career once, then yeah, maybe start checking some guides, like mine, I guess. But yeah, for Haru Urara, she is a dirt runner, and she runs on miles and sprints, which means pretty much just she runs that mechanism, but is a mean career goal. It pretty much means similar to Sakura Bakushinyo. It means you can just pump up that speed and pump up the power, and be pretty certain that you are going to win, complete her career. But before any of that, get into the Discord right here and go to the Find Friends channel and look for in this case, you can go for a 9 stamina Maruzensky. The main reason why I recommend Maruzensky is because she can be useful in all careers. For in this example, for this Champions Meeting, she's not really good because her acceleration isn't as useful. But for most of your careers, if you are just starting out, just having a 9 stamina Maruzensky means you are pretty much good for all your careers, and you should not be really worrying at least one legacy. And yeah, try to get in Maruzensky. I would suggest going for all other acceleration skills. But yeah, I've been rethinking the recommendation. Yeah, just get a Maruzensky. It is more than enough. And then for your own legacy, you need that. You need this. Am I on? No, I'm going on Gold Ship. For your legacy, yeah, you just need that Mayo proficiency. And I do believe you get one from the starter ones, probably. We can get one. Sprint long Mayo. Yeah, you can get a Mayo from one of the starter horses. Yeah, this means that you should be really good for your Haru Urara run. It is one of the simple ones. You just need to balance. You just need that information to balance going for fans. She is teaching you to go for fans and races, and also teaching a little bit about just running in general. She only needs to win one race. It is a sprint race. It is a dirt race, so it's not really that hard, and she doesn't even need to win any races up until, yeah, just the first place. She is going to need to win the last 3 ones though. And that is, she's a late surger, so yeah, that's, she probably doesn't need stamina, you know, for any of those. Since she's running sprints and miles, you probably are going to mainly focus on power, get a power to 600. Let me just check how she ended up. How we built her to win. You can see here we are still going for those 600s. Even if you only need speed and power. You know, she became a good parent, sorts of. You know, a 2 speed, 2 stamina. You know, a 5 speed, 2 stamina. And if you are just starting out, just having one parent like this is really good. And later on, if I wanted a, you know, just a mile or a medium or sprint, probably go for her. And then what else? Yeah, get that mile proficiency, and then get that 600 power as soon as possible, and then get the 600 speed. Yeah, probably good to go for the rest of the career. And yeah, I'll get that width to 300 as soon as possible. This was the deck that I used. This one. This is from the first event. This is from the second event. This is from the shop. You can get the shop from, I'll show later. And these two are randoms. I guess the rule that I follow is just to get 2 speed and 1 power at least. And, you know, 1 stamina. And from the shop, you can go right here. They don't really give they offer an option to buy one power support and 1 stamina support. If you were to pick between those two, yeah, definitely go for Mejiro McQueen. And to get those points, get into a club. To get those points, you gotta race a little bit in the team trials. And it's pretty simple. Just, you know, if you are just starting out, just play the game normally. Try to do everyone's career once, especially if you are, you know, like me. If you wish to pull for just a character banner, just for fun. Yeah, you are going to have a lot of options to go for, you know, just experience the game. There is a lot of story to, you know, just to read and experience. You know, I'm close to 400 hours. It's pretty much what I did. I did find it all really fun and captivating. And then only now I'm starting to really care about Champions Meeting a little bit. And I don't recommend really going for Champions Meeting if you are just starting out. It kind of feel like you have this, you know, this section of people really having fun on Champions Meeting. But you know, those people are the ones that already have an experience with the game. And you know, Champions Meeting can be really fun. I think, at least. But I have been finding way more fun to just do the career and just, you know, try to get some good, you know, just some good parents. I just got this one. You know, it's 2 guts, not really that good. But yeah, just speaks name. You can put them here. I am a class. I think I just got demoted, but I was a class 6 for some time. So you don't really need to focus a lot on PvP. Gachas in PvP are very, I guess, dangerous. Is a way to put it. But yeah, if you are drawn to the game because of Champions Meeting, I wouldn't really recommend going for it until you get some, you know, just have some experience with the game. Or else, you know, you can just go for Champions Meeting from the start. And you know, it means focusing on support and not really the story aspect of the game. And just the, I guess people call it spreadsheet gaming. If you are drawn to that, yeah, go for it. But if you aren't, you can pretty much just go for the character banner, have fun. And that is what I want to achieve with this stream. Is for these people that want to go for the character banner. I want to be here for just to serve as a little bit of a push, you know, just a push to help them in their journey through the game. And all that said, just a little quick review here on setting up. Getting Maruzensky can be a 66 stamina. If you want to really focus on power, you can go for same stuff. Go in the Discord, find a 9 power Maruzensky. And if you don't really want to bother, go for just a 9 stamina, and then go for a Mile proficiency. And pretty much all Maruzensky have a Mile can have, but you know, just focus on the Mile. And if you don't, yeah, you can still try the career for just starting out. And play through everyone's career, you are bound to get a Mile proficiency. You shouldn't really worry about your own legacy. You know, just pick whatever one you whichever one you have, and you should be fine. And then for the deck, I mean, just use what you have. I have been experimenting with this one. You know, this deck setup. Can't really use Haru Urara for this one. I would swap her out for the event one. Or no, just anything else, pretty much. It is a sprint and Mario, so speed can be useful. But yeah, usually I'm just going for that setup. Because you know, this is a free card. Was also a free card. This is from the shop. This is from the shop. It is pretty accessible. And I want to keep these runs as accessible as I can, because I really want people to experience the game and not just burn out trying to go for Champions Meeting immediately. And yeah, this was the setup for the run. Here's the run. And I went for a fine motion. You can also do that. Look for a fine motion. No, max limit break, MLB. In the Discord, try to find one that looks like this, and you should be good. Is what I used for all of the careers of the runs. They are going to be in the description of this stream. And then, what else do we got? Little bit of Champions Meeting talk. If you know, if you are going, I still want to help people that want to go for Champions Meeting. There is a strategy where you pick Haru Urara, any Haru Urara, doesn't have to be built for that Champions Meeting, and put her as a front runner. It can help. It can ruin some Narita Taishins. You know, if you want that, just to ruin people's runs against the races in the Champions Meeting, you can just slap a Haru Urara in your team, and those Narita Taishins are going to be very sad. But other than that, for Haru Urara, not really much. It's pretty much if you want to go for the champions meeting, you can snap a Haru Urara in your team and ruin some Narita Taishin's lives because she's so slow and Narita Taishin really wants to be in the last place and Haru Urara will not let her. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What else do we have? Yeah, not really. Haru Urara is one of the easier careers to do. I do recommend trying her out at first, just without looking up any guides. And that's pretty much for all careers. I do recommend doing them all just once without any experience prior. Just do everyone once, and then maybe just go, and then you can, I'd say you can look for guides. This was all, just those runs that I did were all without looking up at guides, just me figuring out stuff on my own. I did look up, just stuff like fan requirements, because that felt really just the more obtuse stuff. I mean, everything in the game can be obtuse, but I did avoid as much as I could. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a Haru Urara. And over here we got the VOD. If you want to watch it, it is going to be in the description. It was a pretty also chill run because Haru Urara isn't that hard. If you are prepared enough. It can be kind of confusing at first, I guess, because she's running dirt. You don't really have many dirt horses. You have maybe a certain Elecondor Pasa and Taikisharo. They are also dirt racers. Yeah, let me just skip ahead a little bit. So let me just check what I did. You can see here, went for the my proficiency. Did I go for a Maruzensky? Probably not. That is the Maruzensky. Did I go for a Maruzensky? Probably not. You can also just not go for Maruzensky also. Because I should have gone for a Maruzensky because it is just just a good rule to follow, in my opinion. And it was also Gorishi mode. But you can just skip Maruzensky. You can just skip acceleration skills as a late surger, because late surgers don't really they don't really have good good acceleration skills. They either proc way too late or way too early, and they can be kind of gambly. So if you are running a late surger, you can't just forget about acceleration skills. And even late surgers. Did I say late surgers? Whatever. Late surgers and then closers. That was the setup. You can see here. How much time we got? Like 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm trying to keep these streams to 30 minutes. And then, yeah, I'm going to be just looking at the pre-debut period, I guess. Is it a period? Not really. The pre-debut, and then a little bit of the classic here, and then we are going to watch the last race. I'm gonna watch the pre-debut race. Pre-debut, yeah, just go for fans, not really fans. Friendships. That is the those bars on the right over there. And then depending, you shouldn't really care about the type of training, because after that you have to run the debut race, and that is when you will have to decide what she needs. You will have to access what she needs, and the way to access what she needs is to watch the race. Don't skip those races. I haven't really been treating this game as a gacha at all. You know, in gachas, the way you do runs is just by skipping whenever possible. But in this game, I felt that every decision matter, and every bit of information matter. Like in this case, rainy race, dirt, and late surging means that she's probably going to need a lot more stamina and power. And if she does get boxed in, that would mean that she needed more power. If she doesn't have enough stamina by the end, that means she needs more stamina, obviously. And if she isn't get boxed in and does have enough stamina by the end, that means she would need more speed and stuff like that. And you can't really tell what she needs by skipping the race. A lot of stuff can happen in the middle of the race. She can get a rush status in the middle, a bad rush status. She can get, boxed in, as always. She can get a late start and not be able to position properly. She can just not proc any skills that she has. You can see there, she did pretty good. Did proc the skill and had enough stamina. You can tell how much stamina she has by the end there. If she gets tired, if she has a tired face and stuff. In this case, didn't really need anything, so we can still go for friendships. In classic gear. And while you are just getting friendship and stats, you should be looking for races. For Haru Urara, it's kind of weird to go for races because she can't really go for races that much. But whenever you are going for a race and you notice that she didn't win, you gotta be able to tell why she didn't win. I think in this case she got boxed in. Yeah, you can see here, which means she needs more power. So we probably started going for more power. And that is, that can be why, that is one of the reasons why I watch the races. And that is the main loop, I guess, gameplay loop I do. Get friendships, race, and then check what she needs. And if she needs anything, then go for that stat. And if she doesn't, keep going for friendships. But you gotta watch those races. And that repeats throughout the whole career, pretty much. I could go a little bit on... I don't know why I went for a poll. What did I... Oh, it's because... Probably I was explaining the character gacha to my one subscriber, I guess. And then, yeah, that is the gameplay loop that I do. Friendships, race, check for what she needs, then go for the stats she needs. And you will not be able to tell what she needs if you don't watch those races. And then get that 300 wits as soon as possible. In this case, we had to get 600 as soon as we could. And then we probably went for 600 speed. And then 600 stamina just to get a... Just pause real quick. Just to get a nice chance of getting a good spark. If you have... Let me just check here, this one. You can see I'm most of the time going for 600s because I play once a day, pretty much. So I want to min-max as much as I can. And just, finishing one run a day and getting just a spark for the future is, just a 2-star stamina spark already makes my day pretty worth it, in my opinion. Because I only go for the career mode. Just getting some nice basic sparks are really helpful. And so yeah, if you have 600 stats in any stats, it means you have a very good chance to get a 2-star spark, just a 2-star spark. And any of those 2 stars, I'm pretty happy. And if it does become, sometimes it becomes a 3-star. Like it's like a 5% chance, which is pretty good. You can see here that's a King Halo. That's another King Halo. That is a 3-star, a nice 7 spark. Right, pretty happy. Just that. So yeah, go for those 600s if you want to have an easier time in the future. And then what else? Yeah, let's just go back here. That's pretty much it for Haru Urara. Haru Urara. Let me check a little bit on how the stream is. It's pretty good. No hiccups. I think. Was it showing anything? Yeah, it was. Whatever. Yeah, let's race. Watch those races. The main reason why I don't go for the the support banner is because I really wanted those outfits. It felt really weird going, just running G1s and everyone is, in their favorite outfits, and your horse isn't. It felt really out of place. Kind of broke my immersion. Not really immersion. It just felt bad, I guess. And going for this, the way you get the outfit is going for the character banner, and I just went for it. Just felt like a no-brainer. But yeah, the thing that everyone says, not really everyone, something people recommend is not go for character banner. But that is mainly if you want to just, win. Or just have an easier time winning. I did spend a lot of time just losing. But in the results that taught me that, at least in my case, I can win. I can just win just by making better choices in the game and just preparing better. I don't know how low I can go in those supports in that deck. I do plan on maybe trying just an R run, and that's, people do say that sounds miserable. Just using R rarities. But I would feel pretty good going for R rarities and winning the. This is all just for the career finals. If people are having trouble with the career finals using Kitasan Black or Super Creek, that means, that just means that they're not prepared enough. And I just want to show people that you can just play the game and not worry about support cards. If you went for support cards and not winning, that means you don't have characters, and that means you can't really experience the best part of the game, in my opinion, at least right now. That is, just the story mode and checking out the stories. The main reason why and I believe the main reason why a lot of people play the game is because of the franchise as a whole, and the stories, and the storytelling, and the world building, and stuff like that. And you can feel bad, going for the support banner, and still not having any success in the game, and then not really having that drive to keep going. Because at least in this case, I have my horses that I care about. Their stories, even in real life stories, and you get to know more about them. And that can be just something that just drives you forward. Instead of just having some meta cards and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All things considered, let me just show Haru Urara again, how she ended up. Yeah, that was the result. Probably the most important part is getting that Maya proficiency. And that's pretty much it. And then go for power and speed. It's pretty simple. And then, you know, have 2 speed and then 1 stamina. You can do this. You can. I mean, let me show what. You can do stuff like this. 2 guts. And still win. I like I said, I am trying to experiment how low I can go in these decks, just to show how you can still win with any deck you want. Just gotta be prepared and stuff. I'll just pause it. Yeah, that's pretty much Haru Urara. And if you are going for Champions Meeting, I don't. First off, I'm not really anti-Champions Meeting. It's just that I haven't really paid attention to it at all. You know, after 350 hours, maybe only now I'm starting to run out of content, I guess, to experience. I still have a lot to go through though. And Champions Meeting is just right there. It has become a side thing that I can go for. You know, there's so much I guess resources on game mechanics and Champions Meeting mechanics and all of that stuff and spreadsheets. And you know, I do find that fun. Not as fun as, you know, getting a new horse and checking her story. But I don't blame people that find this other kind of experience more fun. They are kind of competitive Umamusume or stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really understand it. But they have some really they have done some really amazing stuff with the I guess the Google Doc and just the research they have done. That is amazing. I haven't really I'm a developer. I work with data, and that is such a big research that they have done throughout the years. And you know, you can't just deny the work that they have been doing. But I haven't really experienced Champions Meeting at all. For the first one, I just skipped all the races. Just, you know, put some random horse in and just skipped every thing. I didn't really try. Because I do have some experience with gacha gaming and PvP. And PvP is never worth it. You know, Umamusume might be worth it, I guess. Maybe. Probably there is a reason why people are drawn to it. But the feeling that I don't find it more worth it, and you know, the story is up to debate, I guess. So yeah, I'm not really anti PvP. I'm willing to give it a try, I guess. And you should too, but you know, just maybe hold on the Champions Meeting. You don't really have to go for Champions Meeting if you are just starting out. And by starting out, I mean try to at least complete everyone's career at least once. And if you don't want to go for outfits, don't go for outfits. But I do recommend going for all of the horses, at least 1-star horses. And then maybe get all trophies, maybe. I don't know, like I did. I did get all trophies. Just show. It is mainly when I this is the run out of content I was talking about. My main goal with the game was, yeah, we just want to get all the trophies and I'll call it a game and never touch it again. And then Champions Meeting came along the way. And yeah, I would go for Champions Meeting after getting all the trophies. You get a really nice, I guess, little cutscene if you get all the trophies. Yeah, Champions Meeting can be dangerous My recommendation is to go for, just play the game and have fun before all of that. The people who are going for champions meeting are really the veterans. And if you are afraid of not getting the title, yeah, they are going to rerun the, Gemini Cup and Taurus Cup. You can still get those titles in the future. I think. I hope so. Yeah, anyways. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.
アメリカの妹からメールが来てて